Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spartan Stadium, where Oswego is going to be taking on the 17th ranked team in the country, Michigan State. This is obviously going to be a challenge for this very low overall team in Oswego, full of a whole bunch of walk-on kids, and going up against the 17th best team in the country in Michigan State. This is going to be a big-time challenge. I'm really curious to see how many turnovers we end up doing in this game and how many points we let Michigan State go for in this one, because this is going to be a challenge. They've got athletes and they are very strong. It's going to be a difficult challenge. I know that I've said that multiple times, but this team may not have the superstar athletes, but they have lots of very solid athletes on their team. We're in for a big time challenge in this one. We are running up against injury bug right now. We're going up against our best player is a 66 overall, and we're going up against guys that in basically every position are in the 80s or in the 90s. We are in for it, and on top of that, we are not going to have any of our quarterbacks in this game, as Flanagan still has that strained quad, Pace still recovering from his torn pec, and Mobley out with his concussion. On top of that, we are going to move away from our little bit of a line experiment, moving our linemen around to see if we can do that, as it has not worked for us at all. So we are moving back to their original positions that we had to start the season. This is going to be a challenge, and we will see how we do in this game against the 17th best team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans. Oswego obviously won the toss, as we saw, and have elected to receive the ball, as we always will, as we like to set the tone for the game. Let's see how we do against this very strong Michigan State team, and that is going absolutely nowhere to start the game off. Simeon Barrow taking down Cortez for a 3-yard loss, as we have Marvin Rose as the quarterback in this game, the corner on defense. He is our rushing attack quarterback in this game, and TC Lumpkin is going to be our passing quarterback in this one, as that ball goes nowhere for him. He is the kicker on the team, so you would not expect a very good throw every single time from him. And then the pitch goes to Michigan State, and he's going to go take it out for 20 yards on that play. It's going to be credited as a pass on that play. Very good start for Michigan State in the game. Keon Coleman's going to receive that pass. He's going to go pick up the first down and 12 yards on the play. Now Berger's going to receive the handoff, and he's going to be brought down. He had the wide open space there, but is brought down by the linebacker on that one, picking up 19 on the play, setting up first down and 10 from the 10-yard line. And Berger's going nowhere on that one, being brought down in the backfield, and to top it all off, there is a penalty for a block in the back on that one, and that's going to push Michigan State even further back, setting up on the 25-yard line, and Coleman's going to go pick up a good chunk of yards of that back. He's going to pick up 12, basically getting all of the yards back on that one. Now Berger's going to receive the handoff, and he's going to be tripped up and brought down. That is going to set up 3rd down and 9 on the play. Good start for Oswego's defense so far, even if they are letting them go and drive it. And that's going to be knocked down. MJ Shelton is going to knock that one down. That is going to result in a Michigan State 4th down field goal attempt. That is a good stop by Oswego. That kick is through the uprights, but that is a fantastic start for the Oswego defense to only hold them to 3 points on that drive. And here's a Tier 2 upset as we see Rutgers take down the number 5 team in Purdue. So now Obi Hopkins is going to receive the handoff from Marvin Rose on that one. As we were saying, Marvin Rose is going to be in the game to run the ball, and TC Lumpkin is going to be in the game to pass the ball. A little bit of space there for Marvin Rose, but he is going to be brought down. He's going to pick up 1 yard on the play. If that block was held just a little bit longer, that could have gone for more. Now TC Lumpkin in the game, and he's going to quickly throw that ball to Cortez, and that is going nowhere. Incomplete pass on that one. That is going to result in an Oswego punt again. Now Berger's going to receive the screen pass on that one. He's going to be shoved out of bounds on that one. He is going to pick up 6 yards on that play. Now Berger's going to receive the handoff, and he's got some space. Nobody's going to catch him. He had the convoy ready, and he's going to take that 48 yards on that one, untouched for him. Jalen Berger going to set up that touchdown run, and Michigan State is going to take a 10-0 lead with that extra point. Good stop for Oswego on the first drive, but they went back to their normal selves on that one. Obi Hopkins is going to receive the handoff on that read option. He's going to go pick up 2 yards on the play. Now TC Lumpkin back in the game, setting on this 3rd down and 8, throwing situation. He's going to fumble it. Obi Hopkins is going to fumble the ball again as he tries to pick it up, and Michigan State is going to receive that ball in fantastic field position. TC Lumpkin, he barely had time to see that rusher coming, and he clearly drops the ball, as he probably would for anybody. A kicker being slammed down as hard as he did on that one, and Berger is going to fight his way into the end zone to seal that strip sack. That is going to give Michigan State a 17-0 lead as we are 1 minute left in this first quarter. Now Marvin Rose is going to receive that handoff. He's going to be tripped up just a little bit by that lineman, but he's going to pick up 6 yards. Pretty good run from him on that play. Offensive line seems to be blocking a little bit better than they have been in the last couple games, which is saying something because this is a very good Michigan State team, and we are picking up yards more than we did in the last couple games. Marvin Rose in the game on 3rd and 4. A little bit of a passing situation, but as we know, he is in the game to run the ball, and he is going to be shoved out of bounds, but not before picking up that 1st down and 12 yards. And he is back in the game here on this 2nd and 11 play, and that's going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere on that one. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Michigan State, it seems pretty obvious what is going on. That 3rd down tried to trick him around just a little bit going into a pass with every intention to run the ball. TC Lumpkin's going to be dropped back to pass. Nobody's going to be open, and no time on that one. Going to be sacked. We did pick up a 1st down on that drive, but was quickly shut down by this Michigan State defense. Now we are in the 2nd quarter. Berger's going to shove off the tackle on that one. That's going to be Marvin Rose. He's going to be shoving off. That is a 30-yard reception on that one. Plenty of time. Was able to break away on his route and pick up that 30-yard pickup on that pass. So now we got first down and 10 from the Oswego 32-yard line, and Mosley's going to find some space, and he is going to take it all the way on that one. Trey Mosley picking up the touchdown, 33-yard reception from him on that easy, quick slant play. Michigan State going to take a 24-0 lead. 5 minutes left in this second quarter. Oswego has totaled 2 yards of offense in this game so far, and Obi Hopkins is going to get a chance to return this one, but he is shut down very quickly, only picking up 21 yards on that kickoff return, setting up on the 20-yard line. Marvin Rose has got some space, and he's going to be brought down. He had plenty of space there, being brought down from behind. He was going to pick up that block. There was nobody in front of him, and with his speed, that could have been a house call, and he is going to be shut down just short because of that tackle from behind. He's going to pitch that one off to Obi Hopkins, and he is going to go pick up 8 yards on that run for him. Pretty good drive so far for this Oswego offense. Marvin Rose is going to go pick up that first down from him. 4 yards, picking up the first down. 3 minutes left in this one, in this half. First and 10. Marvin Rose in the game. Going to hand that ball off to Obi Hopkins, as he's going to pick up a nice 5 yards on that one. This seems to be a better Oswego running team than it was in the last couple weeks. Marvin Rose in the game. He is still going in that passing choice, but he is in there to run the ball. So he is going to pick up the first down on that run. Under 2 minutes left in the half, and that is going nowhere for Marvin Rose. It was already second down and 13, and that's going to set up third down and 17. And I think we are looking to just stay. Oh, and Marvin Rose, he's going to pass the ball. That is not the game plan, but that is going to fall incomplete. And now Michigan State has 20 seconds left in the half to do something. Berger hurdling. Nobody's going to catch him on this one. There's a chance. No, that is going to be blocked down. He will take it to the house. 31-0 for Michigan State. 20 seconds left in the half, and he takes it to the house on that big-time explosive play. That is going to take us to the half on that one. 31-0 for Michigan State in this one. So this half has been going all right, I guess you could say. The offense seems to be doing a little bit more than what they usually are doing. I mean, the last couple games, we've had some really difficult times being able to run the ball or pass the ball at all, and we're able to do some of that. A lot of our losing yardage, so that we only had the 2 yards before those last drives, is that we're just picking up big-time sacks from TC Lumpkin, because the offensive line just can't block the speed and the strength that this Michigan State defensive line has. But I think that we've done fairly well in this game. We haven't completed a pass yet, but I mean, we are playing a corner and a kicker, so we really wouldn't expect anything more than that. But I feel like we're playing all right. We've only got the 29 rushing yards, but honestly, I really feel like we've done fairly well. I mean, you take away those sacks that we've had, and we've been able to run the ball pretty well. So let's see how we do coming out of half, because we've done fairly well. I am pretty impressed by this team. I think moving those linemen back to their original starting positions has really helped out. I mean, this is a Michigan State team that is only scored 31 points on us and still under 300 yards of offense. He could go, and that is going to be brought down. We've done all right. I think that we've done all right. Michigan State's going to have that nice return called back on the block in the back, and they are going to start from their own 19-yard line. Jalen Berger on the draw. He is going to be brought down. That is going to be an 11-yard rush for him, as he is brought down from behind on that play. Second down and 9 for Michigan State on this one. And Berger's going to go find some little space in that zone. He's going to pick up 9 yards on that play. Third down and 9 for Michigan State. And Peyton Thornton could have been brought down in the backfield, but he is going to escape that tackle. He's going to go pick up 8 yards. That is a first down, Michigan State, where it could have been a defensive stop. Jalen Berger is going to receive that drop play handoff, and he's going to go pick up 17 yards. That is one thing Oswego does struggle with, are these play actions and these draws, these delays, and screens on top of that as well. And then he could go. Jalen Berger's got that space, and he's going to go find the end zone again. That is going to be called back as we got a block in the back on this one. That is going to negate that touchdown and is going to set up second down and 18 instead of the touchdown. Broussard's going to find just a little bit of space on that screen pass. He's going to find a little bit more than just a couple of space. That's 16 yards for him. Third down and 3 for Michigan State. Peyton Thorne back to pass, and he's going to throw it to Walters. That's picked off. He could go on this one, but is going to be brought down from behind. Not enough speed for him on that one, but that is a pick. Sammy Walters making the play on that one, sitting in the flat. I think Peyton Thorne, not sure what he saw on that one. Coach can't be happy about that because he sat in that flat and was ready for it. That is fantastic defense for Oswego. They have done all right. TC Lumpkin is in the game on that one. He's going to hand the ball off to Obi Hopkins, but that is going nowhere on that one. A little bit trying to trick Michigan State a little bit because TC Lumpkin is in to pass the ball, and that could be brought down, but it's going to still lose yards on that one. Marvin Rose was able to get that pitch off to Obi Hopkins, but they still lost yards. Now setting up third down and 14 after that pick. TC Lumpkin back to pass. He's going to find Cortez, and he's making the catch. 34-yard reception for him. That is a big gain. First completed pass of the game. Cortez, that is a dime and a dot from TC Lumpkin. He seems to just slot that ball in to Cortez on these. The safety came over to try and knock that ball down and found the space on that one. TC Lumpkin making the play. He's going to try again, and he's going to throw it straight into the dirt. But that is still a fantastic play. Now, second down and 10 for Oswego. Now, man goes in motion, and that's going nowhere. Michigan State tightening up a little bit. Now we've got third down and 14 as we are just outside of the Michigan State red zone. TC Lumpkin's going to toss that up, and Brantley is going to make the pick on that one. It's going to be shoved out of the back of the end zone. Looks like a face mask. They might be calling it personal foul. Oh, block in the back. Block in the back on that one. They missed that. A very obvious face mask. They're going to let that one go. That's crazy. Yeah, I would be pissed too if I was the coach. That's nuts. They're setting up Michigan State on their own 3-yard line. See what the Oswego defense could do, and that's going nowhere. He's going to find some space, and Reed is going to be brought down, but there is a flag on the play. Face mask. All right, so they're going to find that back. Bring that back. So that is, so they let it go, but call it in again. Berger's going to hurdle over the guy. He's got plenty of space. That's going to be another deep time touchdown. 52 yards for Jalen Berger. Michigan State takes the lead again, extending it out 38-0. Marvin Rose is going to be shoved down. That was a mean tackle on that one. Maverick Hansen shoving down the very tiny Marvin Rose on that one. That was just I am more dominant than you. And is going to be credited with it, not Maverick, but they are going to be getting another sack on that one. 11-yard sack, setting up a third down and 24, and TC Lumpkin's got no space. He's going to be sacked again on that play action. No time on that one as we go into the fourth quarter. Oswego punting that ball away. Reed's going to pick it up and get shoved out of bounds right away as they're going to start in fantastic field position, 35-yard line. Now 36 yards of total offense for Oswego to 417, but keep that in mind, we did just lose 20 yards of offense, just barely on that drive. So it does seem a little worse than it actually is. And Jalen Berger is going to go rush for 8 yards on that play. This game seems to be just about over, but that is going to be a tackle for a loss on that one. They're going to pick up a loss of 3 yards, Oswego, on that one. 3rd down and 4 on this play. Let's see what kind of stop, if Oswego can get the stop. Jalen Berger on screen pass, and they read it. They read on that screen pass that was going nowhere on that one. They finally made the play. Big time stop again for Oswego. This defense, this is a 17th best team in the nation right now, and they are handling them fairly well, better than anybody else, and they're going to miss the field goal. The kicker is going to push that one, so that is another big-time win for this Oswego defense as they hold Michigan State to nothing on that one. Now TC Lumpkin comes in on this 3rd down and 10 play. He's going to chuck it deep to Devin Fontaine, and that is going to be too far for him, setting up 4th down and 10, and Oswego will give that ball right back to Michigan State after that field goal miss. And Thorne could go on this one. Ostrander was the last defense. And he's going to be brought down by the linebacker on that one. 57-yard run for Peyton Thorne. That was a strong man run from him inside the 10-yard line, and Jalen Berger is going to finish that off. He's going to take that in for a 7-yard run. Michigan State now up 45-0. This game pretty much over as we only have 4 minutes left in this game. Tier 1 upset. Tier 1 team upset. Oklahoma, 3rd team in the nation, getting blown out at home by SMU. That is a big time upset for them. Now Marvin Rose still fighting and chugging. He's going to pitch that out to Cortez. He's been pretty quiet on the field so far. Only 3 rushes for him. No positive yards on any of his rushes. TC Lumpkin in the game for this 3rd down as we are just showing a couple of the highlights to finish off this game. That's not a great highlight there. TC Lumpkin, only 1 completed pass on the game. 1 minute left in this game, 3rd and 9. Peyton Thorne dropping back, 2 pass, and is going to run it, and he's going to be brought down. 5-yard rush for him. Last play of the game, it seems, on this one, as they are going to kick the field goal. 17 seconds left, and they're going to add to their already immense lead, taking a 48-0 win in this one. Jalen Berger, 268 yards of rushing yards and 5 touchdowns on the day. He was also very strong out of the backfield with screen passes and flat routes that ended up being broken off into the middle of the field because they had so much time. Now this game, I chalk this up as a big-time win for Oswego. Yeah, we didn't score any points. We didn't do any, but we didn't get a ton of yards. We didn't move the ball as well, but we well outperformed what we usually do in all of our games that we've had so far. And this was against the 17th best team in the nation in their own home stadium. And we held them to 48 points. How can we, when was the last time we could say that we actually held a team to that low amount of points? Against a tier 4 teams. Tier 4 teams. Nebraska Kearney was one of those that I can remember off the top of my head. That game was a big time game for us. That was a 35-17 loss for us. That was a very good game for us. And this was one of those where I felt like we actually did fairly well. We had 0 quarterbacks, so our passing numbers were atrocious. But I felt like we were able to actually get some runs out there. We lost a lot of rushing yards on sacks. because we couldn't block anybody, which you would expect. It's Michigan State and it's our offensive line. So you would expect them to be able to get a good chunk of sack yards in the game. But I think that moving those linemen back to their normal spots was actually a really good thing for us. We did really well, I felt, moving the ball in this game with that. So now, moving on into recruiting on this one, we are still maintaining our budget. We are pretty close on our numbers, but we did pick up Steven Burks. That's a big time pickup for us. I think he is going to be a very good linebacker for us. He's got pretty dang good speed. His tackle is very good. The power moves, his moves to move anything, very good. We also got a punter. I mean, he's awful, but he is better than what we have already. We didn't change anybody around, kept the same budget points that we had, 6.8. A little bit above budget a little bit, so we might need to rail that in just a little bit. But I think that we are doing all right on the recruiting front. We're basically going to have a brand new team, and I think that we will do all right. So now, next week, we're going to be taking on an FCS team in the Generals. Now, it's still an FCS team, but they have scholarship athletes on their team. We don't have scholarship athletes on our team. We are a team full of walk-ons that are trying to relive their glory days in high school. And these FCS kids, they are living their glory days. They have scholarships, so they are still probably going to be better than us. I'm hoping that we make this a competitive game. We've made other games against better competition than these FCS schools. We have played them better. So I'm hoping that we play against this FCS school, which is worse than those other schools that we'll be facing. So I'm hoping that we get just a little bit of action here. Hoping to get some of our quarterbacks back, man. It is tough to do anything right now. Now, Thomas Mayo, he's also been out with his back strain. We're going to reevaluate him during this week in practice and see what's going to happen. Marcelo Mobley's been out for 2 weeks with his concussion. Hopefully he's made enough progress this week to be moving in. Abdul Pace, he's got his torn pec. He's been 4 weeks out. He's right around the time where we might be getting back in. And Timmy Flanagan, he's had that strain quad for 4 weeks now, hoping to get him back as well, because we need somebody to do something. We've seen some success with Marvin Rose. I don't necessarily want to play Marvin Rose at quarterback because that's not his position. His awareness is awful. So I don't necessarily like playing a corner out of position. It's not one of the things that I enjoy is gaming the game. I want to play the game as well as we can. So if I've got quarterbacks, I would like to have quarterbacks be playing instead of having Marvin Rose in the game. Because we've had success with him, but I would like to see us have a little bit more success with Marcelo Mobley or Timmy Flanagan, because that's what I would prefer to have. They've got the speed, but they don't have Marvin Rose speed. Marvin Rose speed is special, but he's just a corner and our best corner at that. So here's been a couple of those conference standings. We are approaching into week 11. This is simulated to week 11. So we've got we've got about 4 weeks left, and this is how the conferences are shaping out. We've still got a couple games to be played out to really feel who's going to be moving up and who's not going to be moving up. Right now, a lot of the conferences still haven't played a lot of their conference games, so it's really tough to tell to see who's going to be playing in especially these tier 3s for their conference championships, to see who's moving up, and the tier 2s to see who's really dominating and moving up. Now, taking on FCS school next week. Hopefully, we've shown some flashes of how good we could be. 17th best team in the nation, and we did fairly well. I was happy about this game. So let's go in with this momentum and go win.